Testosterone, the vital core of a man's strength after 50. After the age of 50, men begin to face a silent enemy. Not just aching knees, not just graying hair or blurry vision, but the slow, quiet retreat of testosterone, the core hormone that shapes a man's strength, presence, and masculine essence. Testosterone isn't just a term found in medical journals. It's the electric current of vitality running through your veins. It's the voice that tells you to rise again after failure. It's the energy that pulses through you each morning. It's the fire that gives your eyes that confident, unwavering gaze. In youth, you don't notice it much because it's always there, in abundance. You can stay up late, eat irregularly, push yourself hard, and still bounce back. You have desire, drive, physical power, and mental clarity. But after 40, especially after 50, testosterone quietly starts to decline by about 1% each year. And when it drops, you begin to feel like something inside is fading, but you can't quite name it. You feel more tired, even without doing much. You crave rest, but don't feel deeply restored. You love your wife, your life, but the emotions aren't as vivid. Fat gathers around your belly, muscles shrink, sleep becomes lighter, desire quietly fades. All of this, though it may seem normal, is actually your body warning you. The fire inside is flickering. Testosterone is not just a sex hormone. It's the pillar of male health, regulating sugar, fat, and protein metabolism, supporting cardiovascular function, bone density, immunity, and especially mental sharpness. When testosterone declines, you're not just physically weaker, you risk losing your sense of direction in life. Sadly, most men don't recognize this shift. They accept it as a natural part of aging. They stay silent, endure quietly, and slowly withdraw from family dinners, affectionate hugs, even intimacy, the very things that once made them feel fully alive. But the truth is, aging is inevitable, but testosterone can be revived. Your performance may decline, but your inner strength, if reawakened, can become more powerful than ever. Testosterone is not a relic of the past. It's the foundation for continuing to live boldly, love deeply, and inspire those around you even as you move into your 60s, 70s, or beyond. What is testosterone and why does it define everything? Testosterone is a hormone, but it's far more than just a number on the lab test. It is the core of a man's vitality. It governs not only sexual function, but also muscle strength, energy, focus, confidence, and the inner drive to rise each morning with purpose. Testosterone is like the fire inside a man. When it burns strong, he feels unstoppable. When it dims, life becomes dull, slow, and directionless. Biologically, testosterone is produced mainly in the testicles, under the control of the brain, specifically the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. In your youth, especially between the ages of 18 and 25, testosterone peaks. That's why you could work all day, train at night, still have energy for a date, and never shy away from challenges. But after 30, testosterone levels begin to gradually decline by about 1% per year. And after 50, this decline can become more noticeable. Fatigue, lack of focus, reduced libido, belly fat, poor sleep, and a general loss of drive. The problem is, most men don't realize that the root cause is declining testosterone. They assume they're just getting older, stressed, or overworked. But in truth, it's a warning sign. Your endocrine system is calling for support. Testosterone affects far more than sexual desire. It influences bone density, muscle mass, fat metabolism, insulin sensitivity, heart function, memory, and mental resilience. When testosterone is high, you feel bold, decisive, ready to face life head-on. When it's low, everything feels heavy, emotionally drained, irritable, anxious, or lost. In other words, testosterone doesn't just make a man, it helps him maintain his strength, identity, and presence in this world. That's why supporting and restoring testosterone naturally should be a top priority, not to feel young again, but to live as your truest self, stronger, sharper, and more fully alive every single day. After 30, testosterone declines. After 50, it drops sharply. Do you remember how you felt at 25? A lean, strong body, a sharp, focused mind. Just a few hours of sleep and you were ready to go again. That was when your testosterone was at its peak. But here's what most men don't realize. Starting around age 30, testosterone begins to decline, quietly and gradually, at an average rate of 1% per year. At first, you don't notice much. A little fatigue, a few restless nights, a slight dip in motivation. You blame work, stress, or just getting older. But the truth is, your body is changing from the inside. By the time you reach your 50s, that quiet decline becomes a steep downward slope. Your testosterone level may be only half of what it was at 25. And the consequences are undeniable. More belly fat, shrinking muscle mass, reduced libido, irritability, emotional lows you can't explain. Your strength, your spark, your masculine presence, they all begin to fade. Not because you're weak, but because your testosterone is running low. The most important truth is this. This is not your destiny. If you understand what's happening, you can take action in time. And you don't need drugs or synthetic hormones. All it takes is learning how to reawaken your body's natural systems through light, movement, sleep, nutrition, and daily habits. You can restore your testosterone naturally and reclaim the strength, clarity, and vitality of your 30s, even after 60. 5 warning signs your testosterone is crashing. 1. Decreased sex drive. You love your partner, but intimacy just doesn't feel the same. Your desire fades, sometimes disappearing altogether. 2. Erectile difficulties. No more natural good morning signs. And when it matters, you struggle to stay firm. This is one of the clearest signs of low testosterone. 3. Persistent fatigue without a clear reason. You sleep enough, but still feel sluggish. Even simple tasks wear you out. Your body has lost its drive to act. 4. Increased belly fat, reduced muscle mass. Even if you're not eating more, your waistline keeps growing. Your shoulders shrink, limbs feel weaker. This is a result of disrupted metabolism. 5. Mood swings, irritability, lack of focus. You no longer feel sharp, driven, or in control. Instead, anxiety creeps in. Your mind wanders, and even mild depression may show up. If you have 2 or more of these signs, chances are your testosterone is dropping fast. Why men should never ignore testosterone. When testosterone drops, you lose your sexual vitality, not just in the bedroom, but in your sense of power and connection with your own body. You lose your health with weaker bones and muscles, higher risk of osteoporosis, diabetes, and high cholesterol. You lose your presence, the confidence, drive, and inner strength that define what it means to be a man. More importantly, low testosterone is linked to a higher risk of early death due to heart disease, stroke, and metabolic disorders like diabetes. So what can you do to restore your testosterone and your strength to live fully? Here's the good news. The male body is built to recover naturally if you know how to support it. 5 natural ways to restore your testosterone and reclaim your power. 1. Start with morning light. Early sunlight before 9 a.m. is a powerful biological trigger. It boosts your dopamine, improving your mood and motivation, and regulates your circadian rhythm, helping you sleep better and produce testosterone at night. Make it a habit to spend 15 to 20 minutes each morning in natural light. Go for a walk, stretch on the balcony, or simply sit and breathe in the sunlight. Sunlight doesn't just brighten your day, it awakens your hormones. 2. Deep breathing. Reconnect with your inner vitality. Proper breathing helps increase blood flow to the testicles, where testosterone is made. It reduces stress and lowers cortisol, a stress hormone that directly suppresses testosterone. Start your day with 5 minutes of deep breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel life moving through every cell in your body. 3. Move right. Awaken body and mind. You don't need heavy workouts. Just consistent, smart movement can naturally boost testosterone, improve blood flow to reproductive organs, reduce belly fat, and build lean muscle. Suggested routine: 3 days a week of light resistance training, push-ups, squats, dumbbell lifts. Daily, brisk walking, 30 minutes, stair climbing, cycling. When you move, testosterone responds. 4. Eat smart. Remove hidden hormone killers. Some healthy foods are silently damaging your hormones. Boxed fruit juice, too much sugar, no fiber. Excess soy contains phytoestrogens. Fried foods, trans fats, block testosterone production. Instead, focus on healthy fats like avocado, eggs, salmon, olive oil. Key nutrients like zinc from oysters, pumpkin seeds, magnesium from leafy greens and black beans, and vitamin D. Reduce sugar and refined carbs. Stay hydrated, but cut down on alcohol. Every bite you take is either feeding or fighting your testosterone. 5. Recover. Sleep is when testosterone is born. 80% of your testosterone is produced during deep sleep, especially in the first 2 to 3 hours of the night. To maximize your recovery, sleep 7 to 8 hours per night. Avoid screens and blue light before bed. Try cherry tea, magnesium, or calming breath work to wind down. Quality sleep equals quality testosterone. Restoring testosterone equals reclaiming the essence of manhood. Many think testosterone is only about sex, but in truth, testosterone is at the very core of a man's essence. It doesn't just govern desire, it's tied deeply to your life force, your confidence, your fighting spirit, your physical strength, and even your natural leadership. When testosterone declines, it's not just your body that weakens. You risk losing that edge that once set you apart. Decisiveness, resilience, the will to face challenges head on. So, when we talk about restoring testosterone, it's not merely about balancing hormones or getting your performance back. It's a journey of rediscovery, a return to the man you used to be, full of fire, tireless, bold enough to dream, and brave enough to act. The good news? Testosterone can be restored naturally. No drugs, no synthetic hormones, if you know how to reawaken your body's own inner mechanisms. You don't need to become an athlete or overhaul your entire life. You just need the right habits practiced consistently. Morning sunlight to realign your body's clock and trigger testosterone production. Short but smart workouts, resistance training, brisk walks, or high-intensity bursts. Hormone-supporting nutrition, rich in zinc, magnesium, healthy fats, vitamin D, and natural antioxidants. Deep, restorative sleep, because most of your testosterone is made while you sleep. And most importantly, manage stress, because cortisol, the stress hormone, is testosterone's worst enemy. As you rebuild your testosterone, the shift isn't just in your hormone levels. It's in how you feel. More power in your body, more clarity in your mind, more belief in yourself. You'll stop hesitating, start acting, reignite old dreams. Restoring testosterone is not about proving anything to anyone. It's about living fully, boldly, and not missing the most vital part of your life still ahead. Final message. Don't give up, just begin. Turning 60 is not the end. It's a turning point, a moment where you can choose to step back and give up, or choose to rise and return to your true self. Maybe you've lived through years of fatigue, lost motivation, and fading vitality without knowing why. But today you know the truth. Testosterone is the fire within, and you have the power to reignite it. No medications, no synthetic hormones. All you need is to listen to your body and give it what it truly needs: sunlight, movement, deep sleep, nourishing foods, and inner peace. These things may seem simple, but they can awaken an entire biological system that has fallen dormant. And in doing so, they can reawaken the strength, clarity, and masculine presence inside you. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to be yourself, but more alive, stronger, and more clear-headed than ever. And the beautiful truth is, you can begin today. One small step, one new habit, one right choice each day. Don't give up just because you think it's too late. Begin, because you deserve a life of strength, freedom, and purpose. Take care of your testosterone, and it will take care of your life. Nurture your inner fire and let it guide you back to the man you were born to be.